In my Let's Play Survival World, I have this giant castle, and today I'm going to show you how to build it in your own world, block by block. So grab your snacks and drinks and have your blocks ready to go, and remember to subscribe if you haven't, but let's just get right into it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time for the block-by-block tutorial for the castle, and so I've got a brand new super flat world here. Obviously, you're allowed to build it in whatever world you want, but we're going to start off by building the Gatehouse. And so to get us started, we're going to just place down 5 cobblestone blocks in a row like this, and this is to map out how wide our actual gate is. Then on either side of the cobblestone right here, we're going to go 9 blocks. I'm just going to map it out with this red wool for now, and we're going to do this on both sides. It's going to be perfectly symmetrical for the gatehouse. We're then going to go to the 2 corners here that don't have the cobblestone, and we're just going to place 2 blocks like so off the corner on each side. The final part of the layout is going to be 5 blocks out like this, and on the 5th block we're going to go 1 block out like so and create a 3x3 tower. So in the end you should have something like this, and you want to copy it over on the other side for total symmetry, and this is actually the full layout for the gatehouse. For the next step, we're going to bring the walls here that are right next to the cobblestone up 8 blocks, and we just want to bring these up all the way along the red line here. We are going to add texture to all of this later on, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and use andesite for the whole thing. Now we can move on to this side over here, and we want to go to the 4th block here right next to the tower and bring this up 8 blocks as well. The next block over, we're going to go 8 blocks, and the one after that, we're going to bring this up 9. As for the last block in the corner here, we're going to alternate some andesite bricks with some stone bricks, and we're going to go all the way up, and for the last one, we're just going to add 1 more block, so 10 blocks for that one. Now to build the rest of the wall, we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks and place some andesite stairs upside down like so. Then we just want to connect these up on both sides, knock out the middle block right here to create a bit of an arch by placing in a slab. You can also go ahead and match this over on the other side. Once you've done this step, you can actually just fill in this entire ceiling on this level. Then what I've done to round off the corners a little bit is just place full blocks like so and a few slabs next to them like this. And the final step for the actual gate is to knock out this middle part right here and grab yourself some nether brick fences. And we're going to bring these down so that there are only 3 spaces remaining like this. This way we have our actual gate finished. Now we want to work on finishing the rest of this wall, so 1 block above where this upside down stair is, we want to grab some polished andesite and put them on these polished andesite blocks. We can then put some regular stairs up like this. We're going to want some upside down slabs like so, and a full block right there. And in fact, we're going to bring these up 4 blocks from these upside down andesite stairs, and right at the tippy top of these, we're going to place some upside down stairs, and this is where we're going to have some windows using nether brick fences, and we can just connect the rest of this up with some andesite. Okay, we're looking pretty good so far, but I think it's time we work on the next layer of depth, and so we're going to bring up 3 blocks of andesite like this, and then we're just going to place some andesite stairs on top, and we're going to do this on both sides as with everything. We can then go ahead and knock out these 2 blocks 1 block above the stairs and put some windows in. And for these pillars that we've already detailed, we're going to add some andesite on the polished andesite ones, and we're going to fill these ones in with some stone brick walls. Now that these pillars are done, we're going to want to knock out this top one here that's on the same level as the top fence and put some upside down stone brick stairs instead. And we're going to match those by placing one in the middle here as well, and we're going to place some chiseled stone bricks on top of each of the upside down stairs. We're then going to create some mini arches over these windows by putting some upside down stairs against these chiseled bricks. And then we're going to start here in the middle by placing down an andesite block, and we're going to alternate the polished andesite with the regular andesite, and we're going to go 1 block outside. This means that you're going to have something looking like this with these polished andesite blocks sticking out 1 block outside of the chiseled, and we're just going to top off every single one of these polished ones with one of these smooth stone slabs. Now that things are starting to come together, we want to grab some smooth andesite and create a diagonal going down like this, which means there's going to be a 1 block space here between these 2 blocks, and then we're going to place anvils down on each of them. We're also going to make sure to put a stone brick slab under each of these andesite blocks, and then we're just going to copy it over on the other side. At this point, the main gate is pretty much complete, except for the texturing, which we're going to do at the end of the video, but for now, it's time to move on over to these towers. And to start off the towers, we're going to start on these sides right here and place down some polished andesite blocks, and we want to do the same thing we did over here and alternate them with some stone bricks, but this time we're going up 14 blocks. We also want to make sure we do this on this block and this block so that we have 2 of these pillars going up 14 on either side. The rest of this, we can all just fill in with some andesite blocks going all the way up to 14 as well. At this point, you should have something looking like this, and we're going to come down to the edges of these things and place 3 blocks like so, and another andesite stair. We're also going to go just around the corner and repeat this over here. From these stairs, we're going to move up 1, 2, 3 blocks, and we're going to knock out 4 blocks right here, place some stairs like so, and we're going to grab some of our nether brick fences and create a window. Now, under these windows, we're going to want to add some decorations, so under the stair here, we're going to place a upside down spruce stair with an open fence gate. On top of this upside down stair, we're going to put an oak leaf, and I have the bushy leaves installed with the Vanilla Tweaks texture pack, which is why it looks a little bit different like this. And we're then going to want to put some empty signs around the whole thing, and my personal favorite flower is the Azure Bluette, so that's what I'm going to put there, but you can put whatever you want. For the final detail for the window here, you want to go to the top half of this upside down stair here and add a brick slab, and we're going to do this on the half block lower and just add some warped fences. Now we're going to tackle the tops of these towers, and so you want to start out by placing some upside down prismarine stairs on each of the corners just like this. Once we got this step down, we just want to put some prismarine slabs like so, and I like to just connect this little corner down like this as well. The final prismarine part is just going to be completing the arch here and placing 1 slab above these like so, and I also like to include a warp trapdoor just to round it off a little bit. Okay, now we can start with a pointy tower here, and the first step is to just place some terracotta in each of the corners here, and then we're just going to create a bit of a pyramid shape going up like so. And on top of each of these pyramids, you want to go slabs on the middle blocks and place a brick stair on top. We're then going to want to bring up some terracotta 2 blocks just like so. And once that's done, we just want to place a temporary block right here. It could be anything, and add ourselves another terracotta block. At this stage, we're going to be moving up another brick stair just like so, another temporary block in between them, and 2 more terracotta going up. Now that we have a pretty decent cone shape, we want to add some of these spikes. So in each of the corners, we're going to go ahead and add a brick wall, and we're also going to place a jungle fence and an iron bar on each of them. We're then going to move on to the next empty level, which is right here, and do the exact same thing with the walls, jungle fences, and iron bars. The only time this is going to be different is here at the top, when we're going to go 2 walls, 2 jungle fences, 1 single iron bar like this, and then we're just going to top it off with a flower pot. And once you're done with one side, you can just repeat it over on the other side the exact same way. Alrighty, now we have both of the towers in place, and in my personal kingdom, I added some flags to the top of the tower here, so I'm going to show you exactly how I make them, but you can add whatever colors you want. So for the smallest flag of the castle here, we just want to go 1 red wool block, and I've used yellow terracotta. Then we want to bring it forward 1 block, come down with the terracotta as well, and then we just want to take some red wool and bring it back 1 block just like that, and we got a simple flag. Now what you can do on the other side that I've done to vary it a little bit is that instead of coming forwards like that, you come backwards for this other flag, and it makes it so that they're exactly the same design, but they're a little bit different, as if they were flowing in the wind. Okay, so that's pretty much the front finished, except for the big A-frame we're going to have here in the front, but it's going to be a lot easier to build that if we start here from the back. And so here we're going to get to our 2 small blocks sticking out like this, and I'm just going to start with stone bricks this time, and we want to alternate with our andesite again, and we're going to bring this up 14 blocks just like with the tower. We're then going to move on right next to it, and instead of going up 14 blocks, we're going to go 1 higher and make this one 15. Then we're going to go ahead and place a stone brick block right here where we have these stairs, and underneath them, we're just going to go ahead and place stone brick walls all the way down. We're also going to go ahead and bring our stone brick walls up 5 blocks above our block. And here, we just want to top it off with 1 more block, so we should have something looking like this. We then want to go ahead and connect this all up with andesite blocks, knock out the middle one, and put a slab in just for that arched feeling once again. We can then go ahead and bring up the andesite to the same level as the stone brick walls right here. Okay, I hope you're doing good so far. Now we just want to go ahead and put some chiseled blocks right here in the middle, and we're going to go all the way out, alternating every other block. This just adds a little bit more detail, and it's going to let us know where to place some blocks in the future. Welcome to the future. We're now going to place a upside down polished andesite stair right here to start what's going to be a balcony. We then want to go ahead and add a stone brick slab on the top half of that block, and we can also just bring out the andesite here. Next, we're going to extend the space on our balcony by just bringing out some of these stairs and placing another stone brick slab in the middle. We can then place some stone bricks on the two front blocks here, and we're going to use some polished andesite slabs just to connect this up like so. The final step of the balcony is just going to be putting some smooth stone slabs on top of the stone bricks like that, and we got a pretty nice looking balcony. Now we are going to want an interior space here as well, so for these 5 blocks right here, we want to just connect them up all the way over to the other side. Okay, we're then going to go to the back of our balcony here, and right behind this stone brick block, we want to bring up some andesite 5 blocks and place another block in front like so. We're then going to add an upside down andesite stair and a stone brick wall here just for some detail. At this point, we're going to want a doorway out to the balcony and to taper this up for our future A-frame, so I'm going to go ahead and place an andesite slab and some chiseled stone bricks like this. We're then going to place another upside down slab, but this time some andesite and another slab in between them like so. After this step, we're going to go ahead and place some andesite right like so and up here and connect a chiseled stone brick in the middle. We're also going to add 3 more andesite blocks and come up another 2 like so, and that's going to be it for that part. As for the door, we're going to go ahead and bring up 3 stone brick walls just like so and place an andesite block on top of them. After this, we're going to go on top of this block and just connect this up, and we can also just fill in these blocks that you can see through as well. We're then just going to add some andesite slabs here to round this arch off and replace this middle block with a chiseled block just for some detail. Now for the door itself, we're going to do something super simple. We're just going to bring up some of this dark oak like this. We also want to bring it up in the middle. We're then going to add some spruce trap doors and of course flip them over so that they create kind of a wall. Then over here on the balcony, we want to knock out these parts and just place down some doors. And there we go, that's this side complete. Now, before we move on to the other side and put the roof on this thing, we want to work on these walls and some staircases coming up here from the courtyard. Now, I didn't want to make this staircase too complicated, so we're just going to place a polished andesite block behind this stone brick, move 3 blocks across, and place another one right here. We're then just going to move up like this, 1 block at a time. And we're going to do this all the way into this block right here. So in the end, it should be looking something like that. And by the way, all of these blocks right here are just temporary blocks. You're not going to be seeing them anyway, so it doesn't matter what you use. For the stairs themselves, we're just going to go with stone brick here. We're going to go all the way up, but in the middle, we're going to replace a strip with some polished andesite stairs. Once you get to the top here, you'll notice that there's a gap. You can just fill this in with andesite or stone bricks or something. And you then want to add some stone brick stairs so that we can actually get up to the top part here. Once we have our stairs in, you can just go ahead and place some more polished andesite blocks like this and add some more anvils to the railing. And as long as we're here, we might as well knock out a little spot here to get into the tower, and I just like to put an upside down stair like this, go to the inside and place down a door, and this should be looking pretty good if I could get out of here. Yep, that's awesome. Okay, so for now it should be looking like this, a little bit chaotic, but you want to mirror this over on the other side exactly. Okay, so I went ahead and did exactly that and mirrored the stairway on the other side, and we now want to start working on the walls here before we build the other side of this A-frame. And we're going to have a wall that sort of comes out gradually here and connects up to our roof. So what you're going to want to do is count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on the 6th block here, we're going to move 1 block away from the wall and start placing upside down stairs on every other block like this. We're then going to move up 2 blocks, the first one being an andesite block, the second one being polished andesite, and we're just going to place some smooth stone slabs in between them all. Now on top of these, you can just start layering up your andesite, and we're going to bring this andesite up actually all the way to this block right here. And you can bring this wall all the way out over to this anvil and connect it up just like this. We can then start over at our staircase here and place an upside down stair where this andesite block is and start bringing them across just like so. And we're going to want to bring up 4 andesite blocks on top of these upside down stairs, and we're also going to replace every other one with some smooth andesite just like so. Once you got this pattern down, you can go ahead and place a polished upside down andesite stair just like so against these normal andesite blocks all the way across, even on this outside pillar right here. We're then going to want to go ahead and connect the top parts of these stairs up with some smooth stone slabs just like that, and we're pretty much done until the roof. And at this point, you just want to mirror this exactly on the other side once again. Okay, this brings us back to the front here, and as you can see, we have a little space here on the interior, so you can just go ahead and fill that in with some slabs for now. We then want to come over to the part of the wall here that's right in front of this top anvil and knock out these blocks, and we're just going to go ahead and replace them with some alternating stone bricks and polished andesite. We then want to go ahead and bring some andesite up 1 block taller, so that's going to be 5 blocks like this. At this point, we want to create another doorway, so just go 3 walls like this once again and place a stone brick on top. You can then go ahead and place an andesite block like this. We're going to want to go stone brick stairs this time, and you can even just connect these up with a slab like so. After this step, we want to follow this slope right here, and we're going to go 2 blocks up this time here as well. We can connect all this. Then we want to go 2 blocks up once again, and another 2 in the middle, and it should be matching the other side just like that. As for the door here, we want to do the exact same thing as over here and just go ahead and add some of this dark oak all the way up. Once again, place our trap doors, and we're going to knock out the bottom 2 to be able to place some doors. There we go. Another detail you can add if you want is to knock out this block right here, grab yourself an oak trap door, come on over to the other side, and add a little bit of a window. I think that looks pretty cool. The final detail before we get to building the roof is just going to be knocking out these 2 blocks, putting in some nether brick fences as a window, and adding a little flower pot down here. So we're going to go ahead and place down some leaves, a little spruce trapdoor under it, and then we're going to go around with our empty signs once again. And yep, my favorite flower is the azure bluette, so obviously I'm going to go with that. But once again, you can go with whatever you want. Okay, now for the roof. We're going to start off by just placing a prismarine block below this one right here. In fact, if you want to, you can even just replace this with a full prismarine block if you think it looks better. You then want to place down a slab with a prismarine brick stair on top of it. We're then going to go upside down stair, regular stair, and upside down stair. And for this next one, you want to place the prismarine stair upside down, just like so. Okay, now that you got this on both sides, we want to go upside down stair like so. We want to bring it up 1 block this time, and we're going to do the same thing with the upside down stair like this. Then we want to go ahead and repeat that pattern once again by bringing it up a block, doing an upside down stair just like this. And we're going to do it 1 final time as we get to the tippy top here. And here we want to place a full block and just go up another full block and place a stair. There's a good reason why we place a stair block here instead, but you want to repeat this over on the other side. But before you do that, we want to get to the sides here. And so what you want to do on the sides is I've just brought a prismarine stair like this that's connected up to this half slab, and you want to alternate every other slab, every other stair, all the way until we get to the other side here. And once you get to the end here, you're going to have a slab aligned with the wall, and you just want to bring that up 1 more slab so that you can add a stair just like so. It doesn't really line up correctly, but that's the way you're going to have to do it. After that, we want to do the exact same roof pattern that we did on that side over on this side. Okay, this means that you should have something looking pretty much like this, and what we can do now is you can start connecting these top parts up with slabs and replace every other block with full blocks. Now, we do still want these stairs at the ends, and I'm going to explain to you why in a bit. But before any of that, we're going to go to each one of these upside down blocks on the roof frame here, and we're going to add an anvil facing this direction. We're even going to do it up here on the top on this stair, even though it looks a little bit wonky. Then on top of these anvils, you're going to want to place a warped fence and an iron bar, and we're going to do this for every single one. Now, the reason we want this to be a stair and not a full block is because if this were a full block, the fence would actually connect up like this, and we don't want that to happen. And from the front here, it looks like a full block anyway, so we get the intended effect. Okay, for the top part here, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are just going to fill in these middle ones with some fences and the iron bars on top. But for the topmost anvils here, we are going to want to place a fence, and we're going to go up 2 blocks instead with the iron bars and place a flower pot on top. This way, we should now have something looking like this and a little bit more ornamentally interesting. Now, finally, we get to the simplest part of this whole process, which is just going to be filling in the roof here. And we're going to want to start off with just a row of terracotta blocks here right at the bottom. We're also going to do another row of just single terracotta blocks like so all the way through so that we got 3 steps up. After that, we want to start moving up 2 blocks just like so, but it's very simple because all you got to do is follow these prismarine outlines like so, and when you get to the top, you can just fill this layer in with 1 block. Okay, it should now be looking something like this, and now for the texturing, we do want to texture in a little bit of brick, and what I would tend to do is to just place down some bricks in different patterns like this. I like this sort of lightning bolt pattern. Then you just want to start breaking off into corners here, placing one maybe like that, maybe one like that, maybe we can do a triple like this. You basically just want to scatter in bricks wherever you can and try to make the patterns kind of random. But as you can see, I'm kind of using the same patterns over and over again. And once you're done with your texturing, it should look something like this, and you just got to repeat that over on the other side. Alrighty, at this point, you're pretty much done with your gatehouse. The only thing missing is actually the texturing. Now, I know a lot of people may think that texturing is super complicated and difficult and an intricate process, but I'm telling you, it really isn't. It's very, very simple. You basically just decide what blocks you're going to texture in. In this case, we're doing cracked stone bricks, regular stone, and some cobblestone. And right off the bat, we can start with cobblestone. I don't want to go too crazy with these blocks, and we're going to use more cobblestone towards the bottom. In fact, we're probably not going to have any cobblestone above maybe the 4 or 5 block layer. And then you can just kind of start sprinkling in this wherever you see fit. Maybe we'll do one right here, maybe another one right here. As you can see, I've put the cobblestone in towards the bottom, and I've pretty much done it randomly. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. I don't want to clump up too much close to each other, but yeah, just something like that. Next, we want to go in with the cracked stone bricks, and the only thing I'd tell you is to not put like 3 cracked stone bricks like that together. Instead, you just want to mix it up and put one in every here and there. But with the stone bricks here, I'm not limiting myself to any height, I'm just kind of putting them in a little bit everywhere. Now, there's nothing saying that you actually have to texture in these blocks or anything like that. I just think it looks a little bit better if you add a bit of variation. Okay, now that I'm pretty happy with the placement of all my cracked stone bricks, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the stone. And the same way I used more cobblestone towards the bottom, I'm gonna use more and more stone towards the top. This way, we're going to create a bit of a gradient to our build. All right, that does it. The texturing is pretty subtle, but I think it does break it up and make it look a lot better. So ladies and gentlemen, there it is. That's the gatehouse for the castle. The next part of this series is going to be coming out very, very soon. In the next part, we're going to be building some of the smaller towers and the walls, so look out for that one, guys. And as always, if you stayed all the way to the end, then you're the champ, and I appreciate your existence. And until we see each other next time, have a good one.